A very good morning to all the students who are with us today. Welcome you all to the orientation session for the May term for the foundation students and the diploma students. So today we have the students here who are stepping into foundation. So today we have students who are stepping into foundation courses and who are in between their foundation courses and students who are stepping into their diploma courses also. So today let us get an overview of the courses that you will be studying and how are the exams going to be. So we have with us today Professor Janaki Raman sir, faculty from the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Madras. Welcome you, sir. So I welcome sir to address the students on the program now.
Okay, thank you, Shivagami. So, welcome one and all to this, the next level of the program that you're entering into. So, I believe some of you have already come over. You have done some lab or the other, either the ESTC or you have done ESTC and the electronics lab, right? So, let me just sort of, having conducted the electronics lab recently for quite a few of you. Let me just highlight some of the key takeaways that I observed in that lab. Okay, so remember, this program, the strength of this program lies in offline evaluation. Okay, either exams or laboratory, right? So therefore, when you are doing a lab, it is very important that you essentially demonstrate some experiment here in person, right? So, for example, for the electronics lab, the way I had conducted the lab was you were given 8 experiments. Four of them were digital, and I had asked you to finish the 4 experiments. And then the last experiment, I had asked you not to dismantle the experiment, the breadboard, right? So you bring it over, and then you assemble, and then demonstrate a small extension of that in person out here at IITM, right? So some of you had underestimated, this whole thing, right? Some of you, I don't know if you genuinely by mistake dismantled the board and came over, but I had no choice. I had to ask those people to rewire that 8th experiment. Remember, that's a big experiment, right? It was spread over 3 weeks, and you had to just wire it up in a day here and sort of show us that output and then demonstrate the extension that we asked for, right? Now, uh, on the other hand, there were many people who had, done these experiments correctly from home without any compromise. They had done these experiments on their own without any help. And those guys just breezed through the lab, okay? Because the kind of extension that I am asking you to do here is not trivial to do if you have not done the experiment in the first place, right? So if you have, for example, taken help from somebody and done it, I'm okay with taking help, but then make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you understand the experiment on your own and you're able to do something with it after that. Now, those who did not do the experiment on their own or did not take the experiment at home seriously, they ran into some serious trouble and they have no choice but to repeat the lab. Okay. Uh, so I would definitely suggest that those who are in this program now, please do talk to some of these people who appeared for the electronics lab in order to understand how their experience was. Uh, please do not take these labs lightly. It is not that you come and show something you may just pass. No, we are very, very serious about these labs. We are very serious about anything we do from IIT Madras. And therefore, it's not going to be a cakewalk unless you diligently do all the experiments from home, right? And then also understand how you did it, what you did, and stuff. You're not going to be able to clear these labs easily. This will be the case going forward as well for the foundation and the diploma. You have more labs coming up. So the format is not going to change. It is going to be very similar to this. Those of you who finished the electronics lab, if you have feedback, please do write to me. We will try to incorporate those changes so that any of these shortcomings may be addressed for the future batches. Okay. So this is my initial remark that I have about the labs that were conducted. I mean, again, I'm assuming most of you are already in the program and you know about the program. So I'm jumping directly into this comment here. So Shivagami, can you just share the slides on the subjects and all that so that I can?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Okay, great. So uh, I need to leave a little early. So we are doing this slightly out of order. So I will be talking about the courses that you'll have to do. Okay, and then Shivagami will answer any of the logistical related questions that you may have. Okay, so the foundation level courses, right? In order to get a foundation certificate, you need to finish English 1, Math for Electronics 1, Electronic Systems Thinking and Circuits. There is something called an ESTC lab, okay, which is a 1 credit course. And this is associated with the electronic systems thinking and circuits. But the main aim of this is to make sure you collect your kit that you need for the electronics lab, and you also make sure you know how to operate that oscilloscope and signal generator and power supply and all that stuff for your electronics lab, right? So some of you, quite a few of you actually came down, collected these kits, did this lab this time in May, right? So make sure your all that is up and running. And the introduction to C programming again is basically a very important programming course that you need, because like I mentioned here, when you guys came for Paradox, without programming you are completely handicapped. So do not neglect this programming course either, right? Yeah, next slide. Yeah, and continuing, you have English 2 and Introduction to Linux Shell. Again, the Linux Shell might seem, like a sort of software exercise, but again, without the Linux Shell, none of your hardware is ever going to work. Okay, so you need to know how to automate from there, how to write some scripts so that you can do repeated tasks easily, and so on and so forth. Digital systems is, of course, your basic digital course that talks about Boolean algebra, logic gates, and so on. Electric and electronic circuits is again a very, very fundamental course that talks, about your whole how to analyze circuits in detail. The prerequisite is Math 1 and ESTC. So remember that in the electronic systems thinking and circuits, we introduce you to a lot of circuits concepts. Okay, the course is sort of revolving around circuits in some sense there, right? And you will take off from there for this electric and electronic circuits, including some BJTs and stuff like that. You'll understand transistors, diodes, and all that. And then you also have the electronics laboratory, which is where you actually do like 8 experiments, and you need to sort of, perform experiments at home and then come to IIT for your evaluation and demonstrate some sort of an extension of that experiment in person here. Okay. Embedded C programming. Again, this is going to be, the next level course that will come up now, I believe. So this is in May, right? Shivagami?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For the
Yeah.
May talk.
So exactly. So here you will be dealing with some sort of a microcontroller and you will be programming that directly. Professor Nitin will be running this for you. And of course, prerequisite is C programming. And you also need to know how to deal with the Linux shell and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah. Next slide. Yes. Okay. So with that, when you when you finish the embedded C programming, right? That's the only course that comes in the 3rd term, right? If you finish that, you are eligible for a foundation certificate. Okay. Diploma level courses is Math for Electronics 2. Again, mathematics is a very, very fundamental, a fundamental part of electronic systems. Signals and systems, I would say this is the building block of, electronics and communication, right? Without signals and systems, you can neither do electronics nor can you do communication, right? And of course, the prerequisite is electric and electronic circuits, because you get used to certain ideas there, which will help you understand these complex ideas that are going to be introduced in signals and systems. Python programming is the next level programming course that you will do. Again, you need to move from C, because C is very good when you want to deal with some real-time programming, you want to do some embedded programming and stuff like that. But if you want to do something more complex, you want to develop a nice GUI, you want to develop deal with certain algorithms, deal with large data, then Python obviously is better than C programming, and therefore it's imperative that you know Python programming as well, right? Yeah. Next slide. Okay. Yes. From here you jump to the next sort of the higher level of courses. Basically, the analog electronic systems, right, which basically has a prerequisite of signals and systems. Then the analog electronics lab. Again, this is going to be very similar to what you did in the electric and electronic circuits lab, right? Digital system design is going to take off from digital systems, where you basically did, you dealt with logic gates and stuff. But today, a lot of these digital systems design don't happen at a breadboard level or a logic gate level. People go to Verilog. Okay, so therefore, digital system design will train you on the Verilog aspect as well of digital design. Digital signal processing, again, signals and systems is the prerequisite, and then you're going to be dealing with, discrete time signals, and you're going to understand how to. So signals and systems will primarily focus on continuous time signal analysis. Okay, you'll deal with Fourier transform, you'll deal with Laplace transform and all that, but that's all about continuous time signals. Digital signal processing, we are going to deal with discrete time signals, right? Not continuous time. You're going to sample these continuous signals at a certain frequency, and then see how you can work on those samples rather than on the continuous time signal, and understand how you can do equivalent operations on these discrete time signals as well. Okay. Embedded Linux on system on programmable chips. Again, this is sort of a, it relies on embedded C programming and also the digital system design. This is sort of a very high level course. I will need the instructor to sort of come and tell you about this course, but that will happen in due course of time, right? So these are about the subjects and stuff, right? And here we have suggested some sort of a pathway for you to do foundation level courses, where you can do it at a comfortable pace, a medium pace, and a fast pace, right? So you have to choose what suits you and sort of adopt that strategy for here. Yeah. Can you go to the next? So you can, you can talk about this later, Shivagam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do.
Yeah.
Similarly for the diploma.
Diploma. Yeah. So what I'll do now is, can we, since I've introduced you to a lot of these courses, if you have any questions on these courses, I'd be happy to take them, questions on the lab and stuff like that. Because I have to leave a little early, 5:45 or so. So you can continue the discussion with Shivagami, on the logistics and how to handle those aspects. I will focus only on the technical questions that you may have on these courses.
Okay, let me read out the questions, sir.
Yeah.
When will the ESTC lab courses start? What are the prerequisites needed for the lab? Are there lab records or assignments to be completed?
So the ESTC, lab is sort of, like I said, it's not technically a lab actually. Okay, the main thing is to get the students comfortable with using the kit with which you can do the electronics lab from home. Okay, so it's sort of just something that you will do towards the end of the course when you come to IITM. So primarily you just have to focus on the theory, the ESTC theory. And when you come here, you will be given the kit, you would have purchased the kit, or you will collect the kit from here, whatever, right? And then you'll collect some components, and then you will do some small experiments to understand how low pass filtering works, high pass filtering works, and stuff like that. That's all. So there are no experiments to be done from home for the ESTC lab. That will appear only in the electronics lab.
Okay. Next question. I'm a class 12 pass out in 2023, and this year I'm enrolling as a full time.
Yeah.
I have already participated in an electronics related hackathon, so I have a few idea. Will this course be a suitable one for me?
Oh, yeah. Right. So every May we have this program called the Paradox, okay, which is basically like a fest for the BS students, both data science and electronic systems. As part of that, the electronic system students conducted what is known as a robo soccer event. Okay. I will share that link with you, YouTube link with you. You can look at it. Essentially, the idea was students build their own robots and come here and compete with other robots in football. Okay, so this was an amazing hit. Okay, the electronic system students basically, led by a couple of them, conducted a tutorial on how to build robots. Others participated in the tutorial, the workshop, learned how to make these robots, and came and competed here. We had about 45 participants to start with, and then eventually there was one winner. We played it just like a playoff, right? Quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, and so on. And essentially, students had come up with fantastic robot designs. Okay, so therefore, if you have any interest in all these hackathons, I would say this is the place for you. There is no other degree which will allow you to express yourself in terms of these practical experiments and these practical gadgets that you actually want to do. So you are in the right place. You're in the right hands. Congratulations.
So next question. So what are the components in a lab kit and where should we buy it from?
So I think those details will be shared with you by Shivagami. You will be, once you enroll for that lab and ESTC and all that, you will be asked to make a payment. You can purchase the kit directly. The component list is there with you. We have a vendor who will pack all those things in a nice box and just give it to you as one set, right? So please, you don't have to, but we can also share those component list with you. And you are free to buy it on your own. The only thing you must watch out for is there are a lot of fake ICs in the market. So you have to buy it from a reliable source. And this vendor who has been selling it to students and stuff like that, basically he has been supplying to IIT Madras. So therefore, on the side of being confident that the parts are all genuine, we have very high confidence in him. Yeah.
Once I qualify at the foundation level, what are the job opportunities that I will be eligible for?
Yeah. So at a foundation level, I would say, what you would have done, right, is maybe some embedded C programming, some Linux and stuff like that. So I would say that would enable you to take up a few job roles, not very large number of them. Okay. But technically it could be, if you are very good at Linux, if you are very good at this embedded programming and stuff like that, then there are certain openings where people need, in small scale industries, medium scale industries, where people need to program a microcontroller, you need to control some robot. Then that kind of role you can definitely take up. But your job opportunities open up when you finish the diploma. Actually, that's when it really opens up.
That's it, sir. Subject related queries.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
So let me do one thing. I will just share that link. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Yeah. So Shivagami, you can continue. I will paste this link.
Okay.
And you can share with them later.
Yes, sir. Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being with us and helping us with the subjects.
Yeah.
Hope it would have been of great help to the students. Now, let us look at the operational aspects and what is it that you'll be doing with the courses. So, as we run through, now that you're already at the foundation level, you are quite familiar with the program. So the foundation level courses, you are at the first level now. So some of you might be starting with the foundation level courses this term, and some of you might be, kind of completed 2 subjects, 3 subjects, and you are going to do the rest of the subjects going forward. And we also have with us a bunch of students who are stepping into the diploma level. So the aspects of the program would have been very clear to you now, like the opportunities for exit at each level, the advantages that the program offers, and the in-person quizzes and the lab sessions that you have to come here. So for the students who are getting into the foundation for the first time, I'm repeating it now. So this is the pathway in this program. The program has 3 levels: the foundation level, diploma level, and the degree level. And at each level, there is an opportunity given to the students. That is, after the completion of foundation level, suppose if there is a change in your interest, or if there's a change in your commitment in other walks of life, after completing foundation level, you may opt to exit the program with the after by getting a certificate of completion, foundation certificate from the IIT code, which is Center for Outreach and Digital Learning. Okay, similarly, when you proceed to the diploma level, you can complete the diploma level and go ahead with the degree level also. And at the same time, if you would like to quit, you will be quitting with a diploma certificate from IIT Madras. And the special feature in this program is that learning will be online, and exams you'll have to go to an exam center and take it offline. So the exam center will be basis, the exam city will be opted for you, and you will be designated to an exam center in your city. And for the labs, like sir explained, we have lab sessions associated with few subjects. For the lab sessions, you will have to visit the IIT Madras campus when you opt for the lab subjects. Okay. So as we move ahead, so this program content is delivered online, and quizzes and final exams have to be in person, and the medium of instruction is English. Yeah. Okay, so the 3 levels in this program, these are the credits distribution: 44, 42, and 56. And at the foundation level, you have 9 courses and lab courses. And at the diploma, you have 8 courses and 2 lab courses. So what are these credits? The credits together add to 142 credits. So it is the weightage given to each subject. When you complete a particular subject, you gain so much of credits. So as and when you clear each paper, those many credits get accumulated, and by the time you complete all the papers, you would have accumulated 142 credits and you graduate. Yeah. Okay, so sir had already run through this for us. So what you'll have to note here is the prerequisite and co-requisite condition. Prerequisite, what does prerequisite mean? Prerequisite means, suppose to pursue English, there is a prerequisite. If a prerequisite subject is that, you should have completed that. These being the term 1 subjects, there will not be any prerequisite or co-requisite, because this is the starting point in the program. So here one thing I would like to mention is the ESTC and the ESTC lab. ESTC is the theory subject, and the ESTC being the lab, you will have to register separately for the lab paper, and you will have to visit the campus for the lab activities. Okay, so now when you look at the course English 2, which comes in the next term, the prerequisite is English 1. That is, you should have completed English 1 to take English 2. So this is what prerequisite means. And when we say co-requisite, it means either you should have completed the co-requisite subject already, or you should at least have taken it parallelly. So when I say for the embedded C programming is the prerequisite. That is, I should have completed C programming, and Linux shell is the core requisite. So either I should have completed Linux shell, or I should have registered for Linux shell parallelly also. So when I do embedded C programming, I should have completed C programming. Rule number 1. Linux shell, either I should have completed or I should have registered, and it should be ongoing parallelly. So please understand the conditions of prerequisite and co-requisite. So it is mandatory that we'll have to adhere to these regulations when we are doing the registration. Otherwise, the registration will not be, going through. Okay, so these are the diploma level courses. These are the 3 courses that we are offering this term. So for the students who are already at the brink, at the end of the foundation level, they'll be taking the embedded C programming this term, along with the 3 new diploma level courses. Okay, so these are the next level of diploma courses, which is being proposed to offer in
Sorry,
the coming
Shivagami,
term.
just sorry to interrupt. So just share that YouTube link with the students on the.
Yes, sir, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Right, sir.
So I'll log off now. Okay.
Right, sir. Thank you so much. So these are the set of diploma level courses which are being proposed to be offered in the upcoming September term. Okay. Okay. So these are the pathways to study. When we say the comfortable pace and medium pace and fastest pace, please take a closer look at it. The comfortable pathway means only 2 subjects per term. Even if you take 2 subjects per term, and you will have to put each subjects normally demands 10 hours per week. So we suggest that it will be 2 hours per weekday, which is Monday to Friday, and 10 hours in the weekends. So which is totally 10, 20 hours, and you can take 2 subjects in a term. So if you split it up as English and Max 1 in term 1 and then the next 2 in term 2, so it means that in a time period of 1 year and 4 months, you can comfortably finish the foundation level. Similarly, in a medium pace, if you opt to take 3 subjects in a term, you will be able to finish it within a time span of 1 year itself. And the fastest is the maximum, which you can take 4 subjects in each term, which is the maximum that we allow. And in that case, you will be finishing it in 8 months itself. Okay. So these are the 3 pathways suggested. Students, please note, you can choose whichever path you are comfortable with. See, it is different for everyone. Someone might be doing another degree along with it. Someone might have some other personal commitment. So choosing a pathway that will suit us is absolutely okay. But sticking on to whatever is the commitment required is most important. Even if you choose a comfortable pathway, that is well good and appreciated. But you'll have to put efforts for that 2 papers so that you can go in the same moderate speed, so that by the end of 1 year and 4 months at least, you will finish the foundation level. So as we move on to the diploma level courses, it is same way. It is the next set of 8 subjects. So diploma also you can complete in the next 1 year and 4 months. And in the medium pace, you will take 1 year, and the fastest it will be 8 months that you complete the diploma level. And one thing you'll have to note in both these cases is, when we say 2 subjects, each subject I have added along with the lab courses along with the theory paper. So when I say 2 subjects, it is, apart from the lab, it is 2 subjects, because lab you just come here and do it. Okay. And this is a very important regulation that we'll have to understand. So as per regulation, the students enrolled have to complete the foundation subjects, that is the 9 subjects in 3 years, which is 9 terms. Each year we have 3 terms. So within 9 terms, and which is 3 years, you'll have to complete all the foundation level subjects. So as we saw here, even at a comfortable pace of taking 2 subjects per term, you can complete it in a maximum time of 1 year and 4 months. Whereas we are giving you a time period of 3 years to complete it. Okay. So this is a very good time spread to complete the foundation level. Even if it is a so slow progress, it is okay. But sustained progress is very important when we are studying. So keep a watch on this timeline that you'll have to complete the foundation courses in a time span of 3 years. And we recommend the below combination. Suppose you feel there is a lag, you can keep this as a checklist. At least 4 courses you should have finished in 4 terms. That is at least 1 course per term. Even if you do that, you'll have to finish 4 courses in 4 terms, 6 courses and 1 lab in 6 terms, and 9 courses and 2 labs in 9 terms. So as per this ruling, even if you're going to do 1 course per term, we have given you enough time to complete all the foundation level courses. But we always recommend you do at least 2 courses per term, which is at least a very, very moderate speed. Okay. Similarly, please note, if you have not completed that foundation level within 9 terms, it will be difficult to continue in this program. Also, there is a similar guideline for the diploma level, that you'll have to complete all the diploma level papers in the time span of 4 years. Okay. So for the fee per course at the foundation level, so you would have seen in our website also, like the total cost of the program is 5,84,000. For the subjects of English 1 and English 2, it is 1,000 rupees per credit. The subject course fees for each course will be based on the number of credits. So for English 1 and English 2, each subject is a 4 credit course. So it is 4,000 and 4,000 per subject. For all other courses, it will be rupees 2,000 per credit at the foundation level. Suppose we say C programming or ESTC is a 5 credit course, it will be rupees 10,000. Suppose embedded C programming is a 6 credit course, it will be 12,000 per course. Okay. So this is the way you will have to calculate the fees for per course level. Okay. And for the diploma level courses, it will be rupees 4,000 per credit. So these are the fee structure for the general category, and the category wise relaxation and income based relaxation are applicable on these also, subject to the submission of community certificate and income certificate. Okay, so students at the foundation level, you would have received your email ID by now. Going forward, you can log in into the courses using your study email ID. It would say your roll number at ES. So you have got your official email ID, which is a very good recognition going forward. So you will also have your ID card in the document section. You can make use of it. You have to bring it to the examination hall and when you come for the lab sessions. So this will be your ID card. Okay. Now that we are already into the program, our first step is going to be the quiz 1 exam. So the quiz 1, you would have known it has been scheduled on July 7. Okay. The program structure is such that we have two quiz 1 and quiz 2. Quiz 1 is based on week 1 to 4 contents, and quiz 2 is between 1 to 8 contents. Okay. So for the qualifier exam passed students who have just passed, then the best of the qualifier result and quiz 1, if you have completed the qualifier just one term before, between qualifier and quiz 1, which will be taken. Suppose you haven't returned quiz 1, the qualifier result mark will be taken as quiz 1 only for the subsequent term. Suppose you are a May term student, I mean, May term you have registered for foundation. You are a Jan term student, you have cleared the qualifier then. Now, May term, you have registered for the foundation subjects. And in the May term, if you don't write quiz 1, your qualifier result will be considered as quiz 1 only for the May term. That is only for the first quiz 1 in May term. Okay, going forward, you will have to attend all the quiz. And for JEE students, quiz 1 and quiz 2 has to be attended. So looking at the dates, the quiz 1 dates are July 7 and the quiz 2 dates is 4th August and the end term exam is on 1st September. And the dates of OPPE have already been given in the calendar also. It is available in the website. Okay. So eligibility for the end semester examination. So what we'll have to look at it, when you look at most of the subjects, it will be average of the best 5 out of the first 9 weeks assignments. So like how there was an eligibility for the qualifier exam, like best your assignment scores average was taken and then you became eligible for the qualifier exam. Similarly, for to attempt the end term examinations also, your weekly assignment scores will be calculated and the best 5 out of the first 9 assignment scores have to be greater than 40% and you have to attend at least one of the quizzes. So these are the basics for all the subjects. And you look at, when we look at subjects like C programming, there is an additional catch that one of the two OPPEs also you should have attempted. OPPEs are the programming examinations that also you should have attended. And similarly, this runs through for all subjects. Again, for the Linux shell, OPPE attendance is mandatory. And for Python programming also, OPPE attendance is mandatory. And again, so eligibility to obtain the final course grade. So for the final, once you are eligible as per the assignment scores, you get the hall ticket and then you have to attend the end term examination to obtain the final course grade. And for subjects like C programming, on attending your end term exam also, your OPPE scores also have to be greater than 40% to obtain a final course grade. The same applies for the Linux shell also. And here I would like to tell you something. So let me stop sharing. So there are things that you have to, there is a grading document that is available in your portal. So let me show where you can go and access. So I hope you're able to see my screen now. So this is your portal. I'm in the current courses. When I get into electronic systems thinking circuits, I get into this basic structure of the portal. It says about the course and general instructions I go, and important links. And in important links here, it shows click here to view the grading document of the current term. So I click that. And then this opens up. So this is your grading document. One second. Okay, so this is your grading document. For each subject, you'll have to go through the grading document to understand what are the rules. So when we are looking at English one, it says eligibility to write the exam is average of best 5 out of the first 9 weekly assignments course and attendance in one of the 2 quizzes. And you also have a scoring formula here. So please understand, let me explain the scoring formula also. GAA is the grading assignment score, and then it is the F score is your score in final exam, and the quiz 1 score, quiz 2 score. Okay, so these are the ways your final score will be calculated. Always keep watching any changes in this grading document. This will be a place where if there is any changes in the grading pattern or any other changes being done, we will notify you through all announcements, and you can look at the changes here also. So here we have all the subjects, ESTC, and ESTC lab is also there. The way ESTC labs, you have to come here and perform. Attendance is mandatory, and then weightage has been allotted to the experiment and the report also. And here we have the C programming. Okay, and then we have the next level subjects, Linux shell. Okay, digital systems, electronics lab. So when you have some time, please take this from your portal, and please go through for the subjects that you have registered. Okay, I hope it is very clear on where you have to go and access this from your portal. Go into the portal. Under important links, there is all the links for the grading document and the handbook also. Okay. So now comes the question of the online proctored programming exam. So this OPP exam is conducted for all the programming papers, that is the C programming or the Linux shell and the Python programming also. So C and Linux are the foundation level papers, and the Python is a diploma level paper. So OPP 1 will be scheduled for all those who enroll for this course, and for the OPP 2 there is a eligibility. What is the eligibility? So there is a timed assignment every week, which we will open for 3 days in a week. Within a specified time slot, we will keep you notified well in advance by email and WhatsApp reminders also on when we are opening the timed slot. And you will have to log in and submit your assignment at that slot. And if the average scores of the best 3 out of the first 5 timed assignments is greater than 40 by 100 only, you become eligible for the OPPE2. And please note, when you do not satisfy this, we do not schedule the OPPE2 for you. Okay. Similarly, for Python programming, OPPE1 is scheduled for everyone. And for OPPE2, the eligibility is only if you do this, we will schedule OPPE2 for you. That is your weekly programming assignment. You have to score this much, and weekly assignment also has to be greater than 40 by 100. Then only OPPE2 will be scheduled for you. Okay. And now let us come to the in-campus lab work, which is applicable for ESTC, Electronic Systems Thinking Circuits, and the Electronics Laboratory papers as of now. So both are the courses at the foundation level. A laboratory kit is required to perform the experiments. Now, once you register for the courses, maybe in the next month, we will notify you of the tentative lab dates also. Okay. And when we say tentative lapse dates, people always have doubts like whether it will interfere with their regular college exams and everything. Okay. So what we do normally is we give you multiple date slots, maybe 2 or 3 slots we will give you within a same month or within 2 months. So you can choose a slot which is, suitable for you. If you are not suitable for the first slot, maybe this time we had 2 slots. May 29th was one date and June 3rd was another date. Who could not make it on May 29th, they came on June 3rd and vice versa. So once we announce the laboratory dates, we will also give you details of the suppliers who will supply the laboratory kit. Normally, there is a analog devices kit which cost around 9,750, roughly 10,000, and there is an electronic components kit box which cost around 1,700. So totally put together it is 11,700 rupees. Okay, normally the institute recommends a supplier who has been supplying to the institute. So we recommend the suppliers to ensure quality and uniformity at all levels, because the students do the experiments from their home. It is very important that the material should be of a good quality to ensure the expected outcome of the experiment. So we give you the recommended suppliers list, and you can get in touch with them. You can make the payment and you can get the kit from them. So the electronic kit will be a learning tool that you will be and professors will be releasing the videos on what are the experiments to be done. So for the ESTC, you have to purchase the kit and you have to keep it with yourself. And then you come here for the lab, and professors will tell you what to do with the kit and they will teach you, and then you demonstrate. Okay, this is for ESTC. For ESTC, there are no online lab weekly experiments or assignments. ESTC lab, there are no weekly online lab experiments or assignments. Whereas electronics laboratory, there is a 8-week online assignment, and after submitting the 8-week assignment report only, you gain the eligibility to visit the campus, and then you come to the campus and then you demonstrate the experiments, and that's what sir was explaining to us in the beginning of the orientation. Okay. Okay, so this is the grading scheme. As you can see, so let us go from the bottom up approach. So when you are not eligible to write the final exam, when you are eligible to write the final exam but absent, you get an I grade. That means you have submitted the weekly assignments, you are eligible to write the exam, but some way you could not make it. That means you get an I grade, which means you can always write the end term exam alone. So one step above, if you have not scored the required weekly average assignment score, that is you haven't scored 40 marks or something that, as per your category, that means you are not eligible to write the final exam. That means you get this WA/WQ. That means you'll have to repeat the full course next time. You'll have to make the fresh payment and you'll have to register for the course again, and you'll have to start from week 1. And going above in the end term, when you take less than 40, it is a U grade. That is, you have to repeat the full course. And above that, between 40 to 50, it is E grade, 50 to 60, D. And if you get more than 90, it is S grade. Institution, we always wish all our students to get good grades. So when based on the marks you get, this is the grades that you will be getting. Okay. So this credit clearing capability. See, it is an indicative list, but that is based on your marks, how much of subjects you can take in the subsequent term. Suppose in the last term, the average of all your subjects you have scored less than 50. We suggest you take only 2 courses per term so that it suits your time and effort that you put in. Okay, so see, based on the time we have and based on the effort we are able to put and based on the output we see, it is always better that we plan ourselves accordingly so that even at a moderate pace we reach the success point at the end. Suppose you get between 50 to 70, we suggest that even if you take 3 courses, you can manage well. And if you take more than 70, we strongly recommend you can take 4 courses, you will be able to manage. And also note, this is only indicative and this is not a regulation. Okay. So these are things that we'll have to understand. Suppose a student if a learner was not eligible to attempt the end term, suppose he gets WA or WQ, that is, he is not eligible to write the end term exam itself. That is, he has not secured the minimum in the assignments. Okay, that means he gets a U grade. and he has to repeat the full course. That is, he has to start from week 1. Next term, he has to submit, he has to register for the courses fresh by paying the money, and then he'll have to start with week 1. Okay, suppose if a learner attends the end term exam and suppose a learner is unable to attend the end term exam, he gets an I grade. That is, he is eligible to attend the end term. That is, he has scored the minimum assignment marks. He is eligible to attend the end term exam, but some way he is not able to attend. So what happens? In the subsequent term, he can repeat the end term exam alone by paying rupees 1,000 for every course at the foundation level and rupees 2,000 for every course at the diploma level. Okay. And when you repeat the end term exam alone, the quiz score of the previous term will be carried over. Suppose this is the May term, you have all registered, you get qualified to write the end term, and you are not able to attend the end term. So in the September term, when you register for repeat end term, the quiz score of this term will be carried forward to the next term. Okay. And suppose this term you have not written end term, you had to skip it, like you were absent. Next term, you have an option to register for repeating the end term alone. Suppose you miss the September term and when you go to the January term, please note that this option is not available and you'll have to repeat the entire course only. This repeating end term option is available only for the subsequent term only. Okay, so that is the third point. If a learner wishes to skip this term and attempt the course in subsequent term, the course will have to be repeated, including attempting the weekly assignments. That means you'll have to start from the scratch from week 1. Okay. If a learner registers to write the exam alone in the subsequent term and misses the subsequent term final exam, suppose you miss the end term for the next term also, you'll have to repeat the entire course. So what you have to keep in your mind is, suppose you have to register, you have registered for a course this time, you get qualified. It is the best way to write the end term this term itself and finish it off. Suppose by chance you have missed it, do it in the next term itself. If you postpone after that, you'll have to start from the step 1, which is the week 1 assignment. So it is better you finish it in this term or maximum next term. Okay. So when you choose to repeat the entire course, you'll have to pay the full course fees and you'll have to attend the quizzes and everything. Okay. See, there is also an option of dropping a course. Sometimes students take, assuming they'll be able to manage, they take additional courses. So we do offer you an option to drop a course. There is a drop course window that will be opened for a couple of days. You will be notified. That time we'll circulate a form. If you wish to drop a course, you can register through that G form, and there will be administrative charges for dropping a course, and the balance of the money will be credited to your wallet and you can use it for the next term registrations. Okay, so these are the multiple options that is available to you. If you decide to drop out of the program by using the quit the program option, the course fees minus the deduction will be the refunded. So when you decide to quit the entire program, whatever course fees you have paid, there will be a deduction for the administrative charges and then you will be refunded the money. And your official email will also be cancelled. Suppose you decide to drop one or few courses, the email ID will be active because there is always a chance that you can come back. Okay, and you are also dropping only one course. Suppose you have taken 3 courses and you drop only one course, your learner status continues to be active with the rest of the 2 courses. And the third option is, suppose you opt to drop all courses registered in a term, the refund will be done. Okay, suppose you have taken 3 courses and this term you want to drop all the courses, the refund will be done after the administrative charges deduction. Your email ID will be active because we always want you to come back and pursue the course. Okay. Okay. So you will be considered as an active student when you have registered for courses and you're pursuing the courses. So what is this academic probation? Academic probation are the terms that you have not registered for any course. That is, you have registered for 0 courses. Okay. In those terms, you will be required to pay the RKA fees, registrations kept alive. Okay, this fees you will be required to pay so that we can keep your learner status active so that you can always come back. So please note, maximum of 2 terms only you can do this. Okay. And then it becomes the stock of the rolls. Suppose even after 2 terms, if you're not going to come back, then you will be put on the stock of the rolls, and beyond a point, your official email ID has to be suspended. Okay. And the quitting the program will be the next step, because if you're not going to come back, we'll have to consider you as that you have quit the program. Okay. So we wish all our students are always active, and directly they move on to the last step, which is the alumnus. Once you complete the degree program, you gain the status of alumnus of the IIT Madras, and we'll also be proud that you have completed the course. Okay. Now that you're all at the foundation and diploma level, so these are the progress cards and grade cards that you should be able to see in your dashboard. So after completion of each term, the dashboard under documents to download, it will have the term wise progress card. It will list all the courses that you have taken semester wise, the course code, course name, level, and the grade obtained. And the grade card will also be there at each level. The grades, it will be shown, and the best score obtained among all attempts for each course is what will be shown here. Suppose what this means, suppose you have opted for improvement for the same subject, whatever is the best course that it will take. So this is the way your GPA and CGPA will be calculated. So when you look at the formula for GPA, it is the grade point of a course. CI is the number of credits. Suppose it's a 4 credit or a 5 credit course. It is the CI grade point of a course into the number of credits assigned to the course divided by the total number of credits of all courses that you have taken in that particular term. Okay. So this is the snapshot of your portal under documents for download. These are the places where you can see your admission letter, transcripts, and also your grade cards and progress cards. Okay, so you might all have known by now. So we just want to let you know that in case you have to, travel in between, your journey with us, we also facilitate exams outside India, in Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sri Lanka, Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, and Singapore. Also, we have, recognized centers there, and we'll be able to facilitate exams there. Students have to go there with their own laptops. In case you are located in some other country where we do not have centers also, we'll be able to facilitate remote proctored exams for you at an additional facilitation fee. Okay, so this is a rough portal snapshot of how the course page looks. I am sure we are already on, week 2, week 1 has been released last week and week 2 is being released today. So you must be familiar with the portal contents now. Like some time back, I also showed you how to navigate into your portal. So this is how your portal looks now. So on the left, you see modules, grades, inbox, and discuss. So inbox is where all our announcements will reach you. We have released the contents. Today is the deadline for the assignment. This is a reminder for you. All these things will appear in the inbox. And this is the discussion forum. That is the last, box you see is the discussion forum. What are all the discussions that the students, talk about on the subject will come to you. This is the scores tab where week by week you will be able to see the points that you have scored, and in case you have not submitted, it will show as blank. And you can also see on an average how much others your batch have also secured. So the calendar content, please subscribe to the academic calendar and course calendar. They help you in remembering all the deadlines very clearly. Please subscribe to the calendars. So, as we all know, weekly contents will be released as videos, and every week there will be activity questions, practice question, and graded assignments also. And for the practice assignments, once you submit, you can see the solutions. So, ideally, you can watch the videos and then you can attend the live session by the faculty. Then you can do the practice assignment and then you move on to the graded assignments. So, this will be a comfortable method to study. And there are text transcripts and notes to help you out. And before the qualifier exam, we also have a mock test. Before the quiz exams, also we have the quiz and interim. Also, we have the mock exams, and discussion forum and live sessions are platforms that help you to interact with your fellow learners. And the kind of there are different types of live sessions. There are activity questions. That is, when we say we have 2 days per week for each subjects, it is a 2 hour session. So in those 2 hour sessions only, the course instructors who are subject matter experts, they discuss the activity questions, practice assignment questions also. And after the graded assignments deadline is over, they discuss if you have any queries in the graded assignment questions also, they will be available to clarify it with you. So activity questions get discussed, solved with the instructors, practice assignment and the graded assignments get discussed. An open session summary means you can discuss any topic regarding the subject. Okay, so how do you prepare? Being in online degree program, many have doubts like without going to an institution, how do I fare well? So these videos will be your guiding book. Okay, so watch the videos and make your own notes. But if this is just like any other school or college, we'll have to, make a note of whatever we study. Okay, so because sorry. So, because during the exam time, you cannot always go back and, watch the video. So, it is better you make your own notes to refer and do every assignment on your own instead of taking help. Because when it comes to the end term exam, it is you who have to face it. And always there are shortcuts like website selling solutions. Never resort to such things. These are all not going to help you in the long run. And make good use of the discussion forums. These are all platforms that can help you enhance your learning experience. Okay. So, what are the learner support services we offer you? See, there are financial support that the institute is offering based on, the category wise relaxation and the income basis. Okay. So, when you are doing the course registration itself, you can submit your community certificate and income based certificates to avail the fee waivers. And apart from that, also, if the learner needs financial support, we have a CSR team who will be ready to support you on a case to case basis. And when it comes to placement and internship support, we have specifically a placement cell which is working in this area. And as students, move forward at the end of foundation level, as you go towards the diploma level, we will be able to facilitate internships once you complete the diploma level. And for the administrative support, we have an operations team here. Our support lines are always open. You can reach us through email and the phone lines also. We're always available to address your operational queries. So it is always like for any subject related queries, the live sessions and discussion forums are the ones that you'll have to resort to. And for any operational related queries, the email lines and the phone lines are the ones that you'll have to resort. And there is also a student affairs team that is functioning, which will help you to improve your wellness. So this is just an outline of your dashboard. Okay. And this is about the academic malpractices. Now that we are all into serious learning, we should know this. Okay. See, we understand like any student, we get into the program with a goal of graduating it well. And we also need to know that in case we resort to such practices, it will be viewed very seriously. Okay, so if what are the things that viewed seriously are any unfair communications or use of material during the exam or forging documents. The punishments will be U grade for one course. U grade means that you'll have to repeat the entire course, or one grade lesser for all courses. Okay, so more importantly, during the end term or the quiz or the OPP exams, it is very important that you stick on to the regulations that we are informing you, and you do the exam very diligently, so that we don't get into such offense at all. Okay. So non-academic misconduct being, web-enabled degree, which is very important that we follow a very good etiquette on the uh, on the portal and social media handles also. So this also attracts punishment of probation with warning or debarring from the program also. So always be careful on these lines. So today being in the age of web and internet, it is always suggested that even on all platforms, forums, and email, we are courteous and kind to all the staff and students, and we always follow a good web etiquette. Okay, so student life outside academics. So everyone who is doing this program always has that questions. I'm not going to a regular college. What will be my college life? Okay, so what we do is we have a student affairs team which is managing this, and we have split the students into houses. And you can see in our websites also the houses are named after the prominent forest in the country, the Gir forest and lakes also. Okay, so each house has a group leader and each house has a secretary, deputy secretary, and they are also guided by mentors. So you can associate, you will be a part of a group and you will have peers there. You can do learning together. And you can, there is a lot of leadership and outreach activities going on. You'll be associated with each other. It will be good to grow as a community. Okay, and now paradox is an important fest in the life of a BS degree student. So paradox 2024 just got over last week, and normally we have three versions of students fest in a year. It is an on-campus May event, and it is a Savan paradox in August and a Margari paradox in December. And 2024 just got over, and it was a huge success with a mix of sports, technical, and cultural events. There are many, academic activities and cultural activities which went in parallel. So, sir had also, given me the link to play it for you. I'll do that now in some time. So even for a student's query on he's interested in hackathon, will this be suitable for him? These are the avenues where your other interest might come up, and you can always showcase it. Okay, so these are some of the pics that were taken during the last year's Paradox with our director sir and the coordinators of the program and a bunch of students who had come down to the campus for Paradox. So pics of some of the events happening and the marathons and the sports. Okay, so these are the social media handles. We are all available there in Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, to be updated. Okay, so that's it from my side now on the operation. So let me see. Sir had given me a link to share it to you. So this was the video you just saw on the RoboSoccer, which happened as a part of Paradox. Student had built the robots on their own, and an event was conducted by the students, which was a very good success. There are also videos available on the social media handles. So I hope I have given you a good clarity on the program and how we'll be going about studying, and what are the courses, what are the prerequisites and co-requisites, and how the exams will be conducted, the quizzes will be conducted. Okay, and the labs also. Okay, so now let us just look at the questions. A few questions. 1 minute. Okay, so I have not attended ESTC lab in January term, and in May term, it was not showing to register it again. How can I register that lab course in May term? Okay. Okay. See, ESTC theory and lab are two different courses. If you have registered only for the theory paper, you will be writing only for the theory paper. For the lab course, you will have to register separately. We had circulated the G forms during course registration, which you have to register separately. If you have not registered it this term, you have to register it in the September term and visit the campus for the labs. And you have bought the lab kit, I understand. You can have the same lab kit and come to the campus for the September term labs. Okay, I registered for ESTC for May term. Should I register for lab separately? Yes, you have to register for lab separately. I've taken embedded C programming through the Google form. I did not receive the payment link. Please note that embedded C programming has a prerequisite and co-requisite condition. As a prerequisite, you should have completed C, and as a co-requisite, you should have registered for Linux also. If you have satisfied both these conditions, you would have definitely received the payment link. Okay. Okay, what is OPP exam? When am I supposed to give? I just joined the program in May term. Yes. If you have joined the program in May term, yes, you have to give the OPP exam. If you have just joined for the qualifiers, you have to clear the qualifiers and then you continue and then you come for the OPP exam. You have directly registered for the foundation. We will notify you of the OPP dates. As I have to repeat, only the OPPE in programming, and during registration, I've been told to, then it will be real. Okay, okay. So the OPP exams, two OPPs will be scheduled, and as I ran through the slides, I also told you OPP 1 will be scheduled for all, and for OPP 2, there is a condition which you have to satisfy. Okay, so these are roughly the questions that we are able to see here. Okay. So if there are any more queries on the subject, you can always write to us or drop it in comments. We'll be able to revert to you. So as of now, these are the things that we wanted to let you know, and best wishes for your academic journey with us, and all the best. So now that week one deadline is nearing, please submit your assignments soon. Okay, so all the best to all of you. Thank you. Bye. Mahesh, you can close the live.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.